Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Punzo, and if you're new here, welcome. On today's video, we're gonna be making something very simple, straight to the point, and so delicious. We're gonna be making butternut squash mash. Starting off, we're gonna peel our butternut squash. Now, I just showed you peeling one. I had already done the other ones, so you're just gonna peel it as normal. And right here I was showing you like when I'm peeling straight into like the thing I'm gonna use to throw away, or now using the cutting board. Granted, I should have used a wet paper towel underneath my cutting board so that it doesn't move as much. Do as I say, not as I do. But yeah, right here I'm just removing the last bits at the top, and then I'm just showing you while it's done, and then I'm gonna cut off the top and the bottom part. I'm not cutting off too much, it's still a thin slice, and I'm also making it flat so that I can cut easily when I half it. And then right after halving it, we're gonna remove the seeds. And then right here we're removing the seeds and everything, and this one is a little bit more softer. I've had it for a while, the butternut I mean, so it's a little bit softer. It's still fine, it's just that she's cracking a little easily under the pressure. Okay, and then right here we're just gonna cube it. Now this is like so that it cooks faster, because the bigger it is, the more time it's gonna take to actually cook fully. But if you cut it into small chunks, the better it's gonna be. It's gonna cook way faster. So whatever size that you cut it to, just remember that is it's gonna take longer. So if I said 20 to about, I said 25 to about 30 minutes of it simmering, if you leave them as bigger chunks, then it's gonna take a lot longer than that. And then if you make them even smaller, it's gonna cook even faster. So right here I'm going to rinse them. So remember to rinse your stuff, your veggies always before you cook them. Well, the ones that you're supposed to rinse anyway. So, and then I'm just transferring them into the pot that I'm going to be boiling them in. So basically making this is like when you're making potato mashed potatoes. It's the same thing. It's just that you're gonna add a few things here and there, but it's basically the same thing. Also, if you want to see making mashed potato recipe, leave a comment down below and I'll definitely do it for you, or I'm probably gonna do it anyway, but I'm just saying, if you want to comment, you could. And then right here I'm just putting in the water, just enough to kind of cover the top bit of the butternut. And right there I was just moving them so that everything is even, because some are still stacked on top of the other. I'm gonna cover it, and then I'm gonna start it off on a boil, then allow it to simmer for about 25 to 30 minutes, or until cooked. Like when you take a fork and then you actually like pierce, is the word pierce? Yeah, you put the fork through the thingies, and if it's soft enough that even when you mash it, you can see that okay, it's fine. It's like if you're making potatoes, it becomes a little bit like it's translucent a little bit. It's the same thing for this. You saw when it started, it was a solid color. After it had boiled for some time, it changed to a little bit translucent. Like there is a more vibrant orange, but it's still, there is still like a translucency in it. So then after that, I'm just using my wooden spoon, the back side, to just mesh it. Now if you have a mesher, you don't need to do all of this. You can just put it through that. You can just use like the normal mesher that you have. If you even have the ricer, you can even do it. It's gonna be even smaller, less lumpy. So for me, I use the back of a wooden spoon, and then I just take my time. I just allow it to do its thing. Like I think this might have taken me like maybe 10-15 minutes of me doing this patiently without like being in a hurry or anything like that. So take your time. Then we're gonna add some sugar. Now the only time you add the sugar is if your butternut squash is not sweet enough. So taste it. If you feel like you like the sweetness, then not add the sugar. But if you feel like you want it a little bit more sweet, then add the sugar, if that makes sense. it should make sense. And then of course I'm adding in my margarine. I like the taste of margarine, so I'm using that. But if you have butter, you can use butter or olive oil. So you're not limited, is what I'm saying. So yeah. And then we're adding salt and pepper to taste. Remember, you can always add more salt, but you cannot remove. So just add a little bit of salt and pepper. Taste it. If you like it, then that's okay. And then right there, I was just mixing finely. And then after this, I allowed it to rest because all of this was being done when it was still a little bit steamy and hot. But after that, you just allow it to rest. And that is the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the recipe. And until next time, bye.